Yo, what's good everyone? My name is Bastian, for those of you who don't know me, and welcome to the Inner Wealth YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about my experience. Yesterday was CPI news. It was actually Valentine's Day on CPI, and I had quite the experience. Now you guys know, or maybe you don't know this, but I personally would like to keep everything completely transparent with you guys, like 100% transparent as to where I'm at in trading, how I am doing. Of course, I want you guys to know the person that you're receiving all this information from, and for you to be able to trust me. And I believe like the biggest strength is being vulnerable. And so I'm going to be really vulnerable today, and I'm going to be showing you guys here on the screen. You guys will be able to see my trades that I took on my 200k challenge account. So I've been funded with my Forex funds for a couple of months now. I've been trading a 200k account for months now, and I love it. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it a lot. And yesterday, as you guys know, recently in 2023, I've been dabbling more in trading news. I used to not really be a news trader. Matter of fact, I used to just not trade news at all. And to be even more specific, I used to avoid news. Okay? I've always been spoken to about news, the risk about trading news and live accounts and, you know, this and that. And so I am funded through FTMO, a 50k through FTMO. I have a 200k through my Forex funds and a 40k my Forex funds as well. I use a copy trader, a tool that allows me to use the same level of risk. If I want to risk 1% throughout all my accounts and take the same trades, it allows and it copies my entries and exits on all my accounts, which is a pretty cool tool. It's social trader tools. If you guys need more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm more than happy to help. So basically what happened is I was trading news yesterday, and again, the trades are going to be on the screen. As I was trading news on CPI, I was in a long on NAS a few minutes before news hit, and my stop loss was at break even. Actually, it was slightly in profit, as I always said it. And craziest thing happened. While news hit, price dropped against me so hard. And not just that, but I suffered what's called slippage. As you guys know, the title of the video is Slippage, so you guys probably knew what I was diving into today. So I suffered some slippage. Now I risk 0.6% on each trade. So each trade I'd be risking 0.6%. And sorry, I just moved the camera a little bit. And so what happened is price sold off so hard that there was no willing buyers. Okay, because when you're in a sell, what happens is that you buy back your position, basically. And to buy back your position after you know, once you're, if you don't know how stop losses work, my liquidity is the name of the game video will clear up all your questions. I'll drop that, yeah, right here. I'll drop that in the corner right here, so that way you guys can all reference back to that, save it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, in a brief description, when you are in a buy, somebody has to sell you that position. So I had 100 lots open on NASDAQ, and so somebody was on the other side of the trade, right? Somebody sold me 100 lots on NAS, and which I was able to buy, right? My broker being that someone. And so when my stop loss gets hit, or when anyone's stop loss gets hit, or take profit, or whenever the trade is closed, what happens to a buy or a long position is somebody on the other end has to you have to buy back your position because you sold, so therefore you have to buy back what you sold, right, for the profit or loss. But to buy back a position, right, it has to be willing sellers. You see, on slippage, on this scenario, price sold off so hard, there wasn't any willing sellers to buy back my position, right? And so what happened is, because there wasn't any willing sellers, the next available price hit me out at negative 5.7%. Now, as you guys know, in most prop firms, all the ones that I was with, the daily drawdown limit is 5%. Now, my monthly drawdown limit is 4%. Like, in a month, I will never allow myself to lose more than 4%. And so I breached my monthly, breached my account's daily drawdown, and yeah, I lost all my accounts. So currently, I'm not funded. Unfortunately, I will be keeping you guys up to date though, because I am taking another 200K challenge. I'm taking on 100K as well, and we'll be taking on Top Step. If you guys haven't heard about Top Step, it's a great prop firm as well. It's a futures prop firm. And so that's what I'm going to be taking on moving forward. And I'm going to be taking on my Forex Fund's 200K challenge one more time. And, you know, I'm going to be trading that. So, yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you because on the video that's coming up, I want to show you guys what happens, and I'm going to explain to you what slippage is. So today, you guys will learn about slippage, and all I will ask is please take my experience as a prime example of what not to do. Is like, how many mentors, people, individuals, friends, other communities have told you about slippage? And me personally, I did not listen. I have to learn by my own experience. I can't just... This is why I'm like, you know, mentorships alone won't teach you much. What teaches you the most is the experience itself. And I've learned so much from this experience. So I'm going to be, you know, running it back, coming back harder than ever. And yeah, guys, I'll keep you guys completely updated to everything. And if you guys, you know, have any questions and like keeping up to date, don't hesitate to reach out. I want to keep a full transparency with this community. I love you guys. And so we'll be trading back up here soon, and I'll keep you guys updated on my account results. And it may take me a month or two to get funded again, but I mean, that's not a problem. You just charge it to the game. Those losses all are a part of the game, and I accept them with a lot of joy because, again, it's like you when you lose, you have to realize what you're in control of. And what I'm personally in control of is how much risk there is in a trade during news, when I get in and out, or when I wait, or when I'm going to sit on my hands, or when I do execute. So I'm in full control of those things. So what's awesome is that I realize how much more control I do have to avoid some scenario like this in the future. So again, let's dive into the video, into the charts, and I'll catch you here on the next one. Hey, all right, guys. So we're back. Cool. Like I said, I just want to explain to you guys what happened here on the charts, what took place here on NASDAQ. So let's go over to the moment on which I took slippage and why I was going long. So honestly, I wanted this trend line here on a daily perspective to get taken out. I wanted to completely take out this trend line here. I wanted price action to trade above it, which we're heading towards that direction now, right? Because again, where's liquidity? You guys know it's like we're going through this imbalance here. We're going through price action. We took out all the downside liquidity. We took out all of these lows, this low here. Now we've been moving to the upside, and all we have left is upside liquidity. So it just made sense to me to go higher. Then we have, right, Valentine's price action. You have this imbalance here on the 4 hour. And so that first tap into that imbalance is actually what I played. And I'll show you guys that 4 hour imbalance there. And here's my trade. There it is. So this is how I had my trade laid out, right? I was aiming for that previous daily high right there. Just immediate, in and out. Wasn't looking for anything crazy. Okay, and so let's go to the 5 minute. So actually went in profit immediately when news hit. I was going in profit, and then price action slammed down, and I'll show you guys here on the 1 minute. So price goes up, wicks up to the upside, and at this point I had a feeling that we were going to go down. So I personally at that point wanted to close my trade, and I entered, by the way, right here. I entered right there, my stop loss below the low of the 15-minute imbalance, and I entered right there. Price action went in my direction, and once we took out all these equal highs here, I kind of had a feeling that we were going to reverse. So even though I was at break even, okay, when CPI hit, the moment CPI hit at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, there was no sellers, there was no buyers in the market, okay? So price action sold off so hard, okay, that there wasn't any willing buyers, okay, to get back into the market. And so I had an order of 100 lots. And so I had a long position of 100 lots. And if you ever want to avoid slippage and learn from this mistake, one, I would say, please, please, please lower your risk during news. I lowered my risk, and regardless, I still suffered that slippage. Okay. And so lower your risk majorly. Whatever you think that you should be risking during news, cut it in half. I promise you'll thank me later. Okay. And then second thing that I want you guys to do is take note of is, not always, but if you have the correct directional bias, it could really go in your favor. But most times, if you're in a trade before news hits, you're more than likely going to get wicked out if it's a really high volatile news like CPI, NFP, FOMC. Those are like the major news events that will cause major volatility in the market. And so if you're going to be participating in one of these major volatility news events, I highly suggest that you, one, lower your risk, cut it in half, cut it into a quarter, whatever it is, but lower your risk. Two, if you're going to be in a trade or you're planning to be in a trade prior to, make sure you're not trading your main account. Okay, make sure you're not trading your main account. You don't want to lose your main account, right? That's what happened to me. My 200K was my main account. That's the one that I lost. Now check this out. By the way, like, this is my first time suffering slippage. I'd never experienced this, so I'm grateful. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I believe my trade, even though I was at, my stop loss was literally like up here. Price action reversed, and the next available price that was given to me at the closure was, I believe, like below these lows somewhere. It was like down here somewhere. Yeah, it was below the Asian low for sure. Yeah, below that Asian low. Give me one sec. Okay, so below that Asian low was where I personally got my order filled, and I was actually finally able to take partials or close the order completely. And so by the time my order was closed, it literally went 0.7% against me this whole wick down. So it took me out about right here when we were coming back up. So I suffered this whole wick down. And so the whole wick down was negative 5.07% or negative 5.7%. And so that 0.7 is what effed me up quite a bit. And so my order was able to close at about right here. I closed it with like negative 9,700, something like that. And yeah, so that's what happens. Is another way to and the reason I say minimize your risk is because the bigger your lot size is, the more it will require. So let's say like you're in a long, you have to sell back your position to a willing buyer. Okay. And if there's no willing buyers in the market, let's say there's 100, there's, I put 100 lots, but somebody on the other end only needed 50. Until your full 100 lots are filled, the order won't be closed. So the bigger the lot size, the bigger the slippage you'll suffer, because the longer you will be in that slippage. The smaller the lot, the easier the order will be to fill, and the less likely you will hit a day like this where you're getting wrecked. Okay, so take it by me. It's not just like reduce your stop loss just because I don't want you guys to lose a lot. No, it's because it literally will take longer to fill a bigger order than it would to just close out and fill a smaller order. Okay, so if you have 100 plus lots in there, it's gonna take 100 plus willing buyers to get you out of your trade, for you to sell back your position, right? So you have to, if you're gonna sell back your position because your buy order is gonna close. And again, if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, please go visit Liquidity is the Name of the Game video. That's in the liquidity playlist on the Inner Wealth YouTube channel. Okay, and you guys will understand what I'm talking about. And so the bigger the lot size, the longer it will take to fill that order during slippage. The smaller the lot size, the easier and quicker it will take the order to fill and close during slippage. It won't close in the same spot like it did for me. It will close in a different location, right? Because it wasn't until there was enough willing buyers in the market to buy my 100 lots that I was selling back to the market, right? Until there was somebody willing, or there was enough buyers to accumulate to 100 lots, it won't close the order, right? Let's say if there's like 60 willing buyers, each one with a one lot, or it's not going to close, right? It's just not going to close. Why? Because you need to, if you're looking to close the entirety of that order, they need to fill the entirety of or the entire volume of your order. Okay. And again, guys, like I'm not showing you guys this because shit, like because I want you guys to see how big of an account I'm trading or anything like that. Not at all. Like why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to see that, one, I'm a human being and I make mistakes. Two, man, like I was laughing when this happened. Like, you guys can ask anybody in my circle. I was fine. Matter of fact, I'm happy because I experienced this. You see, guys, when you experience something like this, you realize that you have a long way to go. It humbles you, and it brings you back to realizing like you have some more work to do. Not just that, but now there's a fault in my plan that the market has shown to me. Look how wonderful that is. There is an error in my trading that the market has exposed. Now I don't, no longer will I expose myself to that error repeatedly. I will learn from my mistakes and win from here, right? Regardless, yesterday I won because I gained so much experience from it. Because there's one thing I want you guys to understand is I don't care how much mentorship. This is why I'm putting this information for free out here. I'm not out here charging up the ass for anybody to learn this information. No, I'm like putting this information out there for free because my belief is that you guys need experience, and the only way to get experience is if you start knowing what to look for, identifying how to trade and how to handle your own emotions and all this stuff. Right? So people, when they go out there and seek for this experience, they don't get wrecked. Right? Learn from other people's mistakes. And if you can't learn from other people's mistakes, cool, then go out there and gain that experience yourself. Immerse yourself in this experience. Expose yourself to news. Expose yourself to more trades. Expose yourself to different markets. Expose yourself to different styles of trading. You're an investor. Every single one of you that's on this channel is an investor. You're investing your time. Every single one of us are traders. Whether you're trading live or demo, you're trading your time for information. You're trading your time, right, for experience. And it's that experience that will take you to the next level, okay? It's that experience that will help you elevate from here. And the last note that I want you guys to take from here on our slippage episode is before this trade, this was the one and only trade I've ever taken before news. All my trades that I've taken up until this point during news days or when I'm planning to trade news was after the fact, was following after the trade, followed up after all of this. Okay, I'm someone that likes to trade this types of environment, right? But it's after the fact that things play out. It doesn't always have to. You're not going to miss anything. Write this down. Price will never leave without me. Price will never leave without me. And if it does, it wasn't mine to begin with. You never miss anything. It was just not meant to be yours to begin with. There's no such thing as coincidences. This didn't happen by accident. This happened because I needed to experience this now before I gained. Let's say I was trading at $1 million equity. Imagine losing $1 million freaking dollar equity on a slippage like this. I'm not ready. The reason I'm not at that $1 million equity is because I needed this experience to take me there. See, my 2023 goal is to gain $500,000 in funded equity. That's my goal. $500,000 in trading funded equity. That's my goal for 2023. And this had to happen for me to get there. Because if I had gotten that $500,000 equity and this happened, I'd probably be a little bit more hurt. I wouldn't have taken it so lightly, so well. I took this so well. Like, I'm telling you guys, me a year ago, I would have been flipping out, like punching the desk or something. I guess not punching the desk, but I would have been sad. I would have been hurt for sure. Anyways, guys, I just want to be transparent with you guys because trading, there's so many fake gurus out there. There's so many fake individuals that are not willing to show you anything, proof, evidence, nothing at all. And all I want you to tell you guys is, like, I'm sharing my personal, very personal experience with you guys, and I'm sharing this, and I hope you guys understand that I want you guys to, next time you do trade news, have this in mind. Don't be afraid of the market, and don't react to what the market is showing you. Okay? Respond to what price action is showing you. Respond in a calm manner. Make sure that you know what you're doing. Be sure to understand where you're at in your trading career and how much more you need left. I believe that everybody would be a lot more profitable if they took the expectation that this was a get rich quick type of thing. Everybody would be a lot more profitable if they understood that, you know, that trading is a recollection of experience. And it's only by personal experience that you will be able to grow, not just these lectures. Unfortunately, I can't put so many lectures out there that's going to give you all the experience you need. You're going to have to get out there, risk capital, or invest in your education, how I like to call it. Invest in yourself and gain this experience that's going to require you to become a better, more self-sufficient trader. Guys, I will never forget this experience, and I hope you guys don't either. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay? Peace.